my channel. So I'm back with another story time, and hello, my name is Noemi. Just in case if you're new, welcome to my channel. So here I tell all kinds of stories, so if you're into that, please stay and subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching. So I'm back with another story time, and I've been getting a lot of requests for scary stories. I don't know if you've seen my other videos. So if you didn't watch my 4 scary stories video, in that one I said that I was gonna stop making scary stories for now because I want to save them for Halloween. But I've been getting a lot of requests on doing a scary story, and I decided on making this video because of that. But I guess this story isn't like super scary or anything. It does have to do with the paranormal and with dreams. So before we start, I am going to be drinking throughout my video, like always, of course. Today I know it looks like water, but I swear it's not water. It's mineral water. It's the hard seltzers. And this one is a pineapple one, I believe. And let me tell you, I thought they were gonna be good, but honestly, they're not that great. It tastes a lot like mineral water, but I like that taste, it's fine. It's just, it does have like just an after flavor of pineapple, and that's it. But this is all I had. So if you want to drink with me or anything you guys want, go get them and let's just get started. So this story, it's not scary, but it does have to do with like ghosts and paranormal, and it also has to do with dreams. So I don't know about you guys, but I love the topic of dreams, okay? I really like dreams and knowing about the meaning, and I personally have very vivid dreams, and they're just sometimes I could control them, like they're just intense, okay? Sometimes my dreams are just so intense, and I've always been very interested in that topic about dreams. So my story today is going to be about those specific topics. So this story takes place when I was like 14 or 15 years old, and I was a freshman in high school. And at this point I had an uncle, and let me tell you, my uncle, he was the best, honestly. Like, he was very dependable. If you needed help, he was there to help you in whatever and however he could, okay? Like, he was always there for you. And of course, like, no one is perfect, okay? Like, no one is perfect. He had his imperfections, but honestly, this uncle was someone that I looked up to, and he was honestly really great. And one day I was in my room, and my grandma comes in and she tells me, "Hey, get ready, we're gonna go see your uncle." And I was like, "What do you mean? Like, are we gonna go to his house?" And she's like, "No, we're gonna go to the hospital." And I was like, "Why? Like, what happened to my uncle?" And she told me that my uncle was really sick. I guess he had like a lung infection, and he was in the hospital for that. They were trying to treat him for his lung infection, and I was like, okay, like, let's go, right? So we ended up visiting him. We went home, and then he went home eventually. I think it was like maybe 1 week later, he ended up going home. And of course, my aunt was taking care of him, was there with him, and she noticed that he started to get worse and worse. And at this point, my aunt was like, "I have to take him back to the hospital. I can't do anything. He's getting worse and we need help." So she ended up going back to the hospital, and at the hospital they were doing all these type of treatments. And all I remember is that we were at an elevator, and my family was talking about all the treatments that my uncle was receiving. And then they said something that really it hurt me because they started talking about my uncle and the whole lung infection, and they said that one of his lungs isn't functioning anymore. And obviously, you need your lungs, okay? Well, duh. Like, of course you need your lungs. So I got upset. And but I was like, you know what? He's gonna pull through. Like everything's gonna be fine. Well, I want to say maybe 3 days that we stayed at the hospital. Why is this hard to read? Why is this so hard? Okay, sorry. So I want to say maybe like 3 days that we stayed at the hospital. The doctor comes in and he goes to my aunt and my cousins and start talking about that my uncle, he's not doing any better. He is actually surviving and breathing because a machine is helping him. And he said that in his opinion, it was better to disconnect him. And I wasn't gonna cry. Okay, stop. So, in his opinion, it was better to disconnect him because he was gonna suffer. Okay, he was gonna suffer and he couldn't breathe on his own. So he was like, you know what, it's better to disconnect him. I know that it hurts, but like I recommend that. Whatever, it's up to you, whatever you guys want. So one of my cousins was like, no, like completely no, no, no. Like, I don't want to disconnect them. And my aunt wanted to. And I understand. I mean, I understand both ways, like, I get it. It's hard to let go a loved one. It really is. At the end of the day, they ended up deciding that they were going to disconnect my uncle. So my uncle ended up passing away, and girl, at first I thought it didn't hurt me that much, but that day of my uncle's funeral, I broke down. Okay, I literally broke down. I started crying. I was a mess, and I am so glad that my family was there to help me out and to make me feel a little bit better. And their support was just amazing. But of course, I missed my uncle so, so, so much. That first whole month was very hard on me, okay? Like, it was very hard, not just on me, it was hard on my family, of course, but I could only talk about, personal experience. It was hard for me. And, like, he was always on my mind and I was sad. But one night, I, get ready to bed. I put on my pajamas and I get into bed and I fall asleep. And I swear to you, I remember this dream like so perfectly, so vividly, and it was honestly one of the best dreams ever because I remember that my dream started that I was in the apartments that we used to live at, those haunted apartments that I talk about. I was there in my room. I remember that all of a sudden I hear a knock, and then someone opens a door, and it's my uncle, the one that passed away. And honestly, I like hugged him and I was so happy. And the first thing that I told him was, you know what, I missed you so much. So he hugs me and he tells me, please don't be sad. I'm gonna be visiting your dreams more often, and please just try not to be sad. I'm in a better place and I am happy. And like, I was so sad. I was like hugging him, and then all of a sudden, I just wake up. Okay? I ended up just waking up, and I was like, what? Like, did I just dream about my uncle? And I immediately like run to my grandma and I tell her, like, guess what? Like, I just had a dream and my uncle was there and he was hugging me. He told me he was going to visit my dreams and he knew that I was sad and not to be sad. And she's like, what? Like, really? And I was like, yeah, like, it was great. Like, it was a great dream. And she's like, you know what? Like, I am a really big believer in that spirits can visit your dreams and, make you feel better. And that's the only way they could communicate other than, like being around us and like dropping stuff. I don't know. But that's like the only way they could communicate with us is through our dreams. And she told me that she was happy for me. And yeah, I'm like, I was honestly like really surprised. Like, I never really had a dream like that. But of course, this isn't the end. But before I continue, I need a little drink. So I want to say, like, maybe 3 months later, I go to bed one night and I start dreaming. And in my dream, again, I was in those haunted apartments and I was in the kitchen, okay? I don't know, I was just sitting. And again, a little knock, and I immediately get up and I go to the door and I open it, and it's my uncle again. So he tells me, oh, and sorry, at this point I was feeling a little bit better about him passing away. Okay, like I remember, not getting over it, because of course, like I wasn't over it. It was only like 3 months, but I was a little bit better. I wasn't that sad, I was going through other stuff in school that, like I didn't forget about him, but I felt better about him passing on. So, anyways, back to my dream. Um, I see my uncle and he is at the door, and I tell him to come in, and we start talking, and it's not a very long conversation, but again, I told him that I'm so happy that he is back in my dreams, and he tells me, yes, but I'm not going to be visiting you often. I'm going to be visiting you only when you need me. And, I was kind of upset. I was like, why? Like, come in. Like, I want to see you like every day. And he tells me, like, no, like, I'm just gonna visit you whenever you need me. And that's it. He hugs me, and I wake up. And I wake up upset. Okay. It was kind of upsetting that I wasn't gonna see my uncle for a long time until I needed him. That's what he told me. Until I needed him, I was gonna see him. But thinking about it, I'm actually happy that at least I got to see him. And so far, I haven't seen him, okay? Like, my life hasn't been wonderful. It hasn't been too bad, okay? So I feel like I don't need him yet. And I'm just waiting for that day, like hopefully isn't anything bad, but one day I'm sure he's gonna come to me and I am gonna see him again in my dreams. And that's it. So I know it's quite a short story, but I thought it was a great story, and I thought, maybe someone is going through a loss. Just know that they're happy and that they're in a better place. And you never know, you might see them in your dreams. I definitely going to make more scary story videos, but please hold up. Okay, I'm waiting for Halloween, and I hope you guys are ready for that. So I hope you enjoyed my video, and again, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and please like my videos. Bye.